So yeah, I'm here with Diana. We'll just go ahead and jump right into it.
Okay.
You do hair, you do makeup.
Glam by Diane.
Yes. What else do you do?
I'm doing extensions. I'm working on progressing to the extension world, which is relatable to like hair, but it's a challenge. It's been a challenge for me.
Okay, talk to me a little bit. Talk to me a little bit about what got you involved or wanting to pursue this career.
So whenever I was like in high school, it was like 2015 whenever I graduated. It seems like ages ago. But whenever I was in high school, I was like always kind of into it. I was actually pretty much raised in a salon.
Okay.
My mom, my tias, they've all been in the beauty industry. They actually had their own Estetica, their own beauty shop over there in Chihuahua. I'm from Chihuahua.
Chihuahua? Okay.
Yeah. So my summers were like consistently. I actually know how to do nails too.
Okay.
But I never wanted to pursue that one because that was literally like all my teenage years.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing, like my summers. That's how I was making my dough.
Yeah, there's the hair and I guess beauty industry is always something very intriguing to me.
Yeah.
Because of kind of one particular reason.
Yeah.
She found another one. She's back at it. Anyways, it's interesting to me because so many people do it.
Yeah.
How would you say you would stand out from like the bunch? Because definitely there's a lot of upcoming people. There's been doing it for.
There's a lot of competition.
There's a lot. So yeah, how do you stand out?
I mean, I've always considered myself like somebody like that's very personable, like very humble. I come from a different background than what people see.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually born in Mexico, and I'm very platicadora, you could say. So I guess what my coworkers tell me, they're like, you treat everybody like your best friend, and I'm like, well, that's literally how I go about in life, And I really like people. I'm a people person, I always say I hate people, but it's just a saying. I actually do really care about everyone. I think that's why, in a way, I grew pretty fast, you could say. But I'm very girl's girl. I love to hang out and I love to have fun at work.
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe why.
It's funny that you say that. I feel like this what you do is more of it's a form of art.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and one thing that I've noticed, in the art industry, is anybody can be you can be the best artist in the world, but if you don't have those personal skills, those marketing skills, being able to talk about what you do, because it matters. So it kind of does in this industry. Personality matters a lot. How you make people feel, and especially when you're in charge of making them look good.
Yeah, because it's a responsibility.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Whenever I started, I was I'm not really 100% sure if I want to do hair or I just want to do makeup. So in 2017, that's whenever I joined Paul Mitchell. And I figured, I was in my head, I wanted to just be a makeup artist.
Yeah.
That was the goal. But, I got my cosmetology license. I got a little bit of a taste in different areas. But I think hair kind of found me because my job right after beauty school, I went to do nails at Chic Nails over here on Bowman.
Okay.
And I really loved it. It was a fun thing to do, but I was doing a lot of pedicures and all that. It was a lot of hard work, and it was really hard on my back. And then
it was to get you through basically school, right?
So one of my friends, Jure, she actually opened her salon around that. I think the time that I was kind of looking for something different.
Yeah.
She was like, I would love to work with you. I think you would do really great in this. If you start doing hair and this and that. So I kind of it was just a leap of faith, I was scared. I was really scared because I was I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be, struggling later on. But then I actually I was working 2 jobs. I was working over there at Chic Nails, and then Jure's salon was actually called Chic Salon in Conway. So it was that was like half of my time. So I've always been a really like busy person. I know I was like busy like the 7 days a week, like 25/8, pretty much.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a lot, but I had the energy for it. I was 21 years old, 22, whenever I started doing all that. But the following year, she actually was the one that actually like got me into balayage. She was like, I think this would be, your thing. And I would watch her and like, I'm not the type of person, I don't like to go to work and like sit there, I want to do something and I want to feel like I'm doing my job.
Exactly.
So I started marketing myself on social media and like making live videos on Facebook. It was fun. And then like I was really like determined to grow. Like I was like, I am gonna be the best that I could be. Like that's something that my aunt always taught me. Like whatever you do in life, like be the best that you could ever be. If you're like, I was a waitress for the longest time, and that's how I kind of got my way into beauty school.
Yeah.
But I was determined to be like the best waitress, And then whenever I was doing nails, I was like, I want to be the best nail tech. Yeah. But then I was like, I don't have the patience for that. So I was like, I want to be the best hairstylist now. So that's pretty much how it all started.
Kind of going into a job field like this where it's basically based off, clientele.
Yeah.
In your mind, was there ever any like second thoughts of like, should I pursue this job? It can be a secure job, but there's also a big risk. You could not find clients. You could not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of risks that you took. Did you ever have any doubts or?
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. But
talk to me a little bit about like kind of your early days. I think I've seen your work for a while now.
Yeah. I've seen yours too.
a lot of my friends, they go to you.
Yeah. Shout out to our girls.
Yeah. And I think I started noticing you more at like events and stuff, and that's where
Yeah.
But talk to me a little about your early days coming up. Was it a struggle?
Oh yeah. Oh, the humble beginnings.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Oh, she was, like I said, I'm really glad I started whenever I did because I did have the energy to like pursue like a side job pretty much. So the early days, like the first year actually like getting hands-on with hair, I really was like determined. So I was like, okay, like how do I reel people in? So thank God I did have my friends and they actually like helped me market myself. So shout out to them too. At the beginning, like not gonna lie, I did screw some hair up and I take accountability for that. Yeah. It was a learning process, but I think my first highlight moment, like I was like, I did that. Like one of my best friends, I did her hair like from red to blonde, and that really was like what kind of like viralized me in a way. Yeah. I don't know if that's even a word, but after I did her hair transformation, that's whenever the word of mouth like started coming through, and like being Hispanic, a lot of people feel more comfortable with somebody that's bilingual. Yeah. So I really appreciate like my Hispanic girls. Like I think that's why I specialize in it, because like if you do somebody's hair right, they have a prima, they have a cut, like their tias, everybody, they bring the whole family. And I still have my clients from the beginning, still to this day, like they drive from Conway and come to see me, and I do like their whole family's hair. Like I literally I think I feel like I'm part of their family, I'm like their family stylist. Mm-hmm. So that's how it pretty much like kind of blew up in a way. Because like 6 months in, I was pretty insecure. I was like, should I just go back to doing nails? Should I stop this job? Because I'm really behind on my bills, like, and I don't know how to budget. Like I was living my expensive life. But then my friend Jure, the one that opened the salon, she was like, I refuse to let you go. I think you should do this. Like, I think this is like, I'm really appreciative that she never gave up on me. And she believed in me, and she guided me. And also like my mentor Carla, she's this brow artistry. I don't know if you've heard of her. No. Her name is Carla Hackes. So Carla is really like business savvy with everything.
Yeah.
And she also like, she would always like tell me like, girl, like you're very talented, do this, you know, do that. She pretty much like guided me into like how to run my business.
Yeah.
So, and she also told me it was very important to have somebody to look up to. And I always did that. I always admired like other artists like from around here, and I always like saw like their work. So like after 6 months that I was like kind of getting seasoned with everything, I felt like I started making it after that long.
I think that there's I see a big problem usually with like artists, you know, photographers, makeup artists, and all that, not being aware of like their weaknesses.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the same way. Like I'm always looking at other people's work, admiring other people's work, and not considering myself the best. Don't get me wrong. I still think I'm one of the best.
We love a humble king.
Yeah. I'm still one of the best, but I'm always like, you know, like damn, like this guy's really.
There's always
there's something you can learn from other people.
With this business artistry, like there's always going to be somebody better, you know. So that's why, you know, the people skills come into place. Like that's why you also have to like do the extra step for people, like kind of relate to them.
Yeah.
And I really do love talking to all my clients. Like I love hearing about them, and I feel like I'm, you know, a part of their life, and it you know, fills me with gratitude that they trust me with that.
I mean, there's like a special connection between, at least for me, I have 3 people that I go to cut my hair.
Yeah.
I try to like, you know, spread the money wherever I can.
Yeah.
But each person, every time I go in, I already know it's gonna be, you know, some juicy cheese going on.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's relaxing, you know, having, you know, talking to somebody while they make you look really good. But you know, kind of going back, you mentioned that, you know, a few of your first clients, you kind of, things didn't work out the way that you wanted them to. And that happens, you know, the same thing for me. How did you deal with that? For me, you know, when somebody tells me that they don't like the photos or something, like, I feel really bad.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and I'm like, what?
Like,
it barely happens now. But there's still like a few. Like there's at least one a year. I want to say like a wedding client. At least one that didn't like the turnout, and I'm like,
well,
I don't know. Like it's.
And honestly, like I feel like people also like clients. I really do encourage everybody to do their research before booking somebody, because you know, maybe your style is like not what the client was expecting, or like, you know, like I think that's the thing with me. Like I do love to do every type of hair, but there's certain hairs that I can't do, and I am honest with it. Like if I know my limits, you know, so I'm like, I would rather not damage your hair, or I would rather not, you know, do this. I don't feel comfortable, so, you know, maybe I can recommend you somebody else. Because I'm like, my specialty might not be like another artist's specialty or what the client was actually looking for. So that's why I like to network with a lot of other artists that I can like send people to, because there's clients for everybody, you know, like I know it's a competition, but it's really like, if you really think about it, like every single person can have a successful business if they really want to, you know? Sure. So that I always keep like my options open, like within like picking another artist for my clients, you know, like, oh, like I can't really do this, but I know somebody that can, you know? Yeah. So that's how I proceed with it.
Exactly, yeah. I feel like I'm the same way with like baby photos and stuff.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, you're good.
My mom. I'll call her back later.
She's probably wondering where you're at.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's a hard business.
Yeah.
To, you know, please everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Because you're not gonna please everybody.
Yes.
In this industry. I've seen you more recently now at like these weddings and things. Is that more recent, or?
I'm actually, so funny story. Like Jesse's wedding, the last time I saw you, that was my last wedding.
Oh, yeah?
So with makeup, it's funny because I really started my career because of makeup. And now I feel like I did the 2020 weddings and 2021 at the same year, you know? And I felt burnt out. Like I got completely burnt out with makeup. And it makes me really sad because like makeup was like my first love, you know? But I mean, I know my limits too, and I know my mental health can't really like. I wasn't feeling good about doing weddings anymore, so I had to like, have a meeting with myself and like tell myself like, okay, what should we do? And so that's why I started doing extensions. Like I'm starting to like, start offering for this upcoming year the extensions. Yeah. Because I'm probably gonna take a year off from makeup or 2 or 3, like however long I need, Mm-hmm. So Jesse's wedding was actually my retirement. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like weddings. I don't know. They're a lot of work.
Yeah.
I imagine for you guys having to wake up at the butt crack of dawn.
Oh my God.
And then do one after another.
Yeah.
I look at some of like the artists that I
yeah.
see, and I'm like, I don't know how you guys do it.
I'm telling you, like, whenever I was younger, like, yeah, I'll do any wedding. Like, I would literally go to the club the night before. I don't know if you've done this, but
I do. I still do it.
we were out here in these streets before a wedding. I remember one time, and I like, this is really bad of me and like really unprofessional of me to say this, but I literally got home, changed, and used my makeup from the night, just put perfume on, proceeded and did a whole wedding of 9 people.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's why I got burnt out, because I also overdid it to myself. But growing up, you just have to like, balance your life out, because I know now at my 26 years of age, like I don't think I have the energy to keep on doing that again.
Yeah, back in the day I was wild into.
Oh.
I would do the same thing, like go out till like 5 a.m. Take like 3 or 4 hours.
6 because of Waffle House.
You're right. And then just do a whole wedding, from basically like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Pero ahorita ya no.
I know.
And so
ya cambié.
I did, well, not by choice. I mean, I had to, because I just couldn't.
You got voluntold.
Yeah, by my body. It was like, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Which I see my employees now, like they always like go out.
Yeah.
And they come to work the next day. I'm like, I mean, as long as you're.
I was there once.
On time,
Borracho pero responsable. That's what I would always tell myself. I'm like, if I had the energy to go out, I have the energy to go to work. Like, come on, I would tell myself, like, girl, like, I'm sorry, I always call everybody girl. I'm like, so whenever I was working, I used to work at Las Palmas in Stagecoach.
Oh, okay.
During like my beauty industry schooling or whatever. So I was working the weekends, and I literally had the craziest schedule. Like I would Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I would go to school for like 10 hours. Mm-hmm. I would complete my 30 hours of school, and then Wednesday, I had the morning off, just the morning off. And then the afternoon, I had to go like full on to work. I had to work from Wednesday afternoon till Sunday, and then Monday again. Like, when I tell you,
you burnt out.
Yeah. So I had to quit.
And people think, or yourself,
mm-hmm.
You think that I won't get burnt out. The money's worth it.
Yeah.
And at a point, you're like, damn, I am making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's compensation for your well-being.
Yeah, it's not good for your health. Yeah. Like, that's why I also, like, this year was actually kind of like, okay, girl, like, I need to start, better habits. I need to nourish my body well, because I know within this job, like with hairstyling, we don't really get time to go out and get something to eat and sit down, if you're like right now, I'm super slumped this season. Like I'm like super busy. I get out of work super late. Like half the time during the week, I don't have time even for myself. So I know I have to include balance into it. So I started, working out. I started eating better. I started sleeping more.
See you at the gym every morning.
Yeah, I'm up and early every day. I have to leave like by 9. So I'm up there like from 6 or 7 in the mornings. And yeah, like I just decided like it's time to like, be the better version of myself.
With this new routine, do you feel like you have more energy?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Like I rarely drink now. If I do, like it's like situational. Like if like yesterday we were at a concert, I had to drink an ice cold one. You know, like it's part of my religion. It's part of my religious beliefs. But you know, it's like now I found that balance to where I don't have to like do the routine like I used to, like clock. It was like clockwork. So once I stopped really like, you know, drinking and eating just once a day, like that was, I really was like a walking corpse for the longest.
No, I totally get you.
Yeah, and like now that I'm like, you know, exercising and all that, I rarely get sick. Like I used to always get sick all the time. And I feel like in a way, like, you know, I think everybody says this, but really exercise like de-stresses you like completely. Like
I know you go in for like the classes.
I go for the classes. I have a personal trainer now. That's one of my friends. We actually used to work at Las Palmas together. Chalino. Yeah. So he kind of also obligated me. Like, so I went to the classes, the level 10 classes, and I went in there thinking I was gonna like complete this. It was like HIIT workout.
Yeah. No, they're intense.
It was humbling, dude. Like I literally thought like I'm a Leo, so I guess like I was like main character syndrome. So I went in there like, you know, like with great form, like yes, let's do this. And then I was literally dying. I really thought we were about to be done, and then they yelled out, we're not even halfway there. I was like, oh no. And I had to like this is whenever I figured that I can't take energy drinks. Because I literally, like, my heart rate was like, I thought I was about to have a stroke up there. But I was, like, refusing to quit. And then eventually I was like, okay, I feel something coming up. I had to sprint out to the bathroom and throw up the Alani Nu I had that morning. So that's whenever Chalino was like, you know, if you let me train you, like, this isn't me trying to sell you personal, you know, training. Like, I think this would really help you out because of your job. I'm like, okay, like, I guess. And since I like had a humbling experience, I was like, I really want to get in shape, you know, like I really need to do this. And now I like complete the classes like nothing.
I feel like it's a lot of people, you know, a lot of people think they're fit.
Yeah.
I've gone to a few of those classes too, and
that's the test. Like seriously, if you can complete it, like that means you're good.
I went with a few friends. It was like four of us, and we were the young people there. But the rest of the people that were there were like older women. Yeah. And we were like, nah, we got this. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I was in the Marine Corps. I can take whatever.
Yeah.
I finished it, but barely.
You would be surprised.
I was dying the whole time.
No, seriously, I used to run cross country, and I was like,
I was like,
girl, I thought I was an athlete. I was like, yes, I'll do this. That's why I went in with a big head. Whenever I had to throw up, they literally tell you like, you know, everybody like it's normal. Don't be ashamed. And it's really cool that the gym isn't, you know, judgmental about that. Because whenever I first started my fitness journey, I was like, I don't want to go to the gym. People are going to stare at me. I was afraid to be viral on those like videos, you know, like hanging through
using the
cable.
Yeah.
I'd be swinging like Spider-Man on the cabling machines. But
she is. No, but yeah, it's I can't work out as intense as I used to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have hip replacements and
all that type of stuff. Yeah.
So I just do like everything in moderation. But back in the day, you know, when I was a lot more fit, and it kind of started, I couldn't work out like I used to. Mm-hmm. Like there was people that did like, not in a bad way. They were trying to like help me. It's like, oh, you should do this, put more weight on it. And I'm like, I literally can't. It's against my protocol to do this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. But now I'm kind of getting into more repetitions instead of like a lot of weight. Mm-hmm. And like you said, it does give you like a lot more energy. Like if I don't go to the gym in the morning, the rest of the day I just don't have any energy. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense. Like you go to the gym, you would expect to
work your body out. Yeah.
But no, I usually have a lot more energy whenever I do go to the gym in the morning.
It's like releasing, I forgot the chemical name to it, but I actually did like my research. My boyfriend actually was the one that also pushed me to start it. He's like, dude, like he's super strong.
Just wants to look good.
Oh man, like whenever I work out with Hunter, I'm like, I literally am sore for like 2 weeks, not even lying. But whenever I started doing like the classes, like they don't make me as sore as like whenever I'm like lifting heavy with Hunter. But yeah, he really pushes me to go to be the strongest I could be, if you will.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's next for you? How long do you plan on doing this for? A long time?
Career-wise or fitness-wise?
Both. We'll start with career-wise.
So I am actually trying to do like a year transformation, hopefully. Like, I'm not really sure if like I would ever, like this sounds cringy, but I'm like, my dream has kind of been, like I think it's so badass like to see like bodybuilders and stuff like that. There's actually a woman in this class and she's a little bit older. Her name is Shannon. She's gorgeous. Like she is literally like the person I like, kind of like my mentor in the gym wise. Yeah. And I think she started doing it for like a year. There's another girl I follow on social media. Her name is Nubia. I'm like her biggest fan. Like I love this woman. She's like a salon owner too. Like I relate to her. She's Latina. She actually did a year transformation and competed in bikini and like she did amazing. So hopefully, like my fitness, like if I'm disciplined enough, like I get to that point. I'm not also like pressuring myself to do it, but like it would be really cool. Career-wise, I plan on owning a salon, hopefully. Just whenever I'm ready. Right now, I feel like I'm really happy where I'm at. I love the salon I work for. I love the environment I'm in. I love my coworkers. Like they're so funny. I really want to like probably stay there for the next like 5 years maybe. But I am planning to open my own business eventually. A lot of people like ask me all the time like, when are you gonna open your salon? It's time for you to open your salon. But people don't realize like being a business owner and being a hairstylist are like two different things. And I really enjoy doing hair. So I feel like if I dig in, like, you know, jump into owning a business, I would like get distracted from like the hair, you know? So I really want to just enjoy like doing my crafts right now and hopefully in the near future, just start that.
Definitely. You know, it's kind of funny that you say that. Whenever I decided to like, because I used to work with somebody else in photography and video, mainly for like quinces and stuff. It wasn't up until like about a year and a half ago where I decided to just do everything myself. And
independizarte.
And it has become. I don't have as much fun as I used to. Just because I gotta like manage everything, you know. Delegate what my team does.
It's because it's you have to be the brain of the operation, and then being the talent is like a different thing.
Dealing with clients. And all that, but which is kind of why I started doing, you know, the project that we did, the Dia de Muertos. I was like, I love
that. That was so fun.
It was stressful. Because everything like came to shit.
The day of.
The rain.
I think the rain kind of just like poured on everybody's parade, you know?
You know, I changed the location. I had to like clean the whole house. I was like,
you're like, chingado.
I was like, fuck.
Get the fabuloso out.
I busted it up. I went to the dollar store and got
Celia Cruz on blast.
And I think I went out the night before too. I was like,
oh my God.
I did it to myself. You know, but and I was really counting on the Arkansas weather to change because usually it does.
Oye, corta las nubes, como en Mexico.
I was like, let's do some dances to make the rain stop.
Let's do some voodoo real quick.
Someone was like, I think it's the rain dances to make it rain more. So I was like, all right, well, let's just sit here and do nothing.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah, it was crazy, but we pulled it off. I framed a few of those. I really liked the turnout. And, especially the one you did. I feel like that one was.
Shout out to Stephanie.
Shout out to Stephanie. that's one that I really wanted to focus on, the Katrina bride.
Yeah.
A lot more. The others were great too. Don't get me wrong. I loved how everything turned out. But the concept of getting somebody in the bride or the wedding dress.
The glam bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy because not a lot of people are open to doing that. It's a lot of work.
It was definitely out of my comfort zone, and I even told Stephanie, I was like, Juan Inez brought me out of my retirement, but I really wanted to do this, you know?
Okay, hell yeah. But yeah, not a lot of people are open to doing these types of projects and, you know, undergoing a lot of hours of work. Because I think Stephanie was actually the one that was...
We took the longest with, yeah.
You know, with hair, her makeup, and then even photos. You know, she stayed till the very end. And I was like, man, I feel...
You feel bad?
I feel for her because she's probably tired.
Yeah.
Being in that dress, but
we both had a lot of fun. We were just vibing. Like this was actually my first time meeting her, and it was literally like I knew her my whole life. You know, like she's really easy to talk to.
Yeah, she's in the same industry, so it's like I feel like any person in this like client-based industry is really good at just connecting with people and being able to act like, you know, you're. Not even act. It's like we've known each other.
You're natural, yeah.
For me, at first, it was like super awkward and super weird to just bust up into people's house and like start taking photos of them. And, all of that. But now it's just natural. It's like I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know, just talk about some random stuff. In the back of my mind, I always have like just stupid topics to talk about. Like for example, right now it was super easy. These past few weddings and cases because I just talked about the World Cup. I was like, so
yes.
And people were passionate. And
don't even get me started on la selección mexicana, dude.
People were like,
ahorita no quiero hablar de eso.
People be hating on the coach, and I was like, sí, que chingue su madre. But
they just, como dice Paquita, la del barrio, malditos hombres. Otra vez ya valimos.
I actually filmed my previous podcast last week with the Mexico jersey on, the new one.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna post it.
Dude.
After they let me down. But it was the white one, which I was super upset that they didn't even wear it.
I know. I saw that. I was like, what the heck?
So, I don't know. They're about returning it. What else? What else can you tell us that is going on in your life? Anything life-changing? Anything you want to share with the world?
I mean, right now it's really chill. Living my best life with my little family, my dogs, my boyfriend. I love my dogs.
How many dogs do you have?
I have two. The little one, the little trash can dog, I love more than life itself. We stole her from some crackheads.
Oh, yeah.
Funny story. But we'll talk about that one later. And then Rocky, he's actually my boyfriend's dog. My father-in-law bought him as a gift. I was like, he's our bougie dog. He's high maintenance. Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue was high maintenance at first.
Yeah.
And then I just started cutting her hair myself and her nails because it was getting expensive.
Yeah.
You know,
groomers are expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thankful that I have short-haired dogs and I don't have to do that. But it's a hassle having to cut their nails.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, sit down. I have Hunter. I'm like, pin him down. Like, the one that gives us the most trouble is the tiny one.
Yeah.
So she's a Jack Russell weenie dog mix. So she's like a little Jack Russell, like, I don't know, smaller, like a petite, tiny petite version. Yeah. But she like literally gets so mad if we like touch her nails. Like she attacks. Like she's vicious. Yeah. I always like Hunter's. He's like, I think Dixie has like my attitude and Rocky's like a big baby. Like I'm like yeah.
Usually that's what they say. Like, you know, dogs kind of bounce off your personality.
Yeah.
So that's why she's just chilling there, lazy. I'm lazy. I just
living her best life.
Tell us if you want to share about the crackhead story.
Oh no, the crackhead story. No, the crackhead story's a lot.
I bet. We'll move on from that. There is one thing I wanted to ask you more than anything for our audiences. Well, my audience in particular, because I see it a lot. Like a lot of the quinceañeras now are like kind of pursuing the same thing you are. You know, nails, makeup,
I love
lashes. Is there any like piece of advice or something that you know you would want to like give them just to.
Oh yeah. I think I'm at the point where I'm like I love to support my, now that my friends are pursuing stuff like this and my clients, I love to see whenever my clients are like, "Oh, guess what? I joined the beauty industry." I'm like, "Yes." Like you want to be in this industry like, and I feel like in a way do want to inspire others to like pursue it even though they're scared. Do it scared. Like but just do it cuz time literally flies by.
Yeah.
This year flew by. And like you'll be surprised like how fast you can finish something. Like same goes with like your fitness goals. Like time is always gonna like speed through. Like it's all about like whenever you are ready, like whenever you start. But start.
Sure.
Like I pursued it scared. I was terrified. I was like, what if I'm not successful? But that's whenever you have to jump, pretty much. Like
Yeah, I feel like you get to know yourself a lot more when you do scary things like that.
You can kind of see what you're capable of, and you feel like that satisfaction and that gratitude within yourself, and that's what pursues you to keep on doing more and like getting better and better. Because like I said, there's always gonna be somebody better than you, and you just have to like do it, like be yourself, be 100% yourself, like make your own brand, do like what defines you. Like I used to always call my clients perrísimas. That was kind of like my thing with everyone, and everyone's like they know how my personality is now, and they know how like that I'm just like a diva, like I like to get like that with them. So that's my brand, that's my personality. Like all my friends are like, Glam by Diana's paying, like I'm like, oh no, Glam by Diana's bankrupt, look at my nails.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, like just do it scared, do it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest issue with people. Starting.
Yeah.
Even,
that's the hardest part.
Like even this podcast, I've been thinking about this for like a whole year.
Yeah.
And then finally.
I'm glad that you're doing it. Like whenever I saw Beatriz on it, I was like, I want to be on his podcast. It looks so cool.
And I mean, you're episode 10 now.
Yeah.
So it's going good, and I don't know why I waited so long. That's why I look back. I don't know why I waited so long.
Exactly. Like you realize it's like, dang, like why did I not do this before? Yeah. And you're natural to talk to.
And it was like I always put excuses. I was like, well, I don't have a backdrop. I don't have this.
Yeah.
I don't have that. So it wasn't. I mean, I totally recommend just doing with what you're capable, with what's within your means. Don't do like me. I literally waited till I have every piece of equipment to actually.
But that's
start it.
That's how you are. That's your personality, and that's what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I just wanted to like do something, kind of like at a professional level, or as the professional as I can get it.
Period.
Yeah. Oh no, all my Apple devices are going off.
Your mom too?
No, it's one of my guys. But I lost my train of thought. I hate it when that happens.
No, you're
usually
good.
The worst. At like once I get distracted, it's hard for me to go back.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Starting,
yeah. But yeah, even like photography, like a lot of people. They're like, oh, I don't have a professional camera. I mean, when we have phones nowadays where you can literally.
And they're good.
Yeah, and kind of like one thing, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to get into, like, I think makeup is what I want to get into.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna start it tomorrow, but I've always found it very interesting.
Start practicing, yeah.
Because I used to do like a lot of like painting back in the day.
Okay.
I like to consider myself that I was really good. I was like, maybe it's the same thing, like kind of blending the colors.
Yeah, no, I actually, funny story. So I actually in high school, I was like super good at painting. Like I was like super good at art. Yeah. My school was super tiny. I'm from Stratford, Texas. Like it's a tiny town next to Amarillo. That's why I always like say Amarillo. But whenever I was in high school, I remember I was really, really into like realistic charcoal paintings, charcoal portraits. I actually have one in our house like that I painted of Cara Delevingne. So I think if you are really, really good at like, the color theory behind it and everything, it's going to come naturally to you. Yeah. So do it. Like, seriously, I'll be your model. Like,
yeah, and kind of one of the things is, I'm always like doing all these weird photo shoots.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, let's just do it. Like, Because as you know, it's really hard to like get a whole bunch of people together.
Yeah.
And start projects. So I was like, maybe if I just do one of those things, or sometimes I don't know. I just like being kind of useful in those situations.
Yeah.
Like what can I do?
Yeah.
So more than anything, that's kind of like a skill that I want to pick up.
I think you would love it.
We'll see.
Yeah. The only hard part is just like, dealing with the scheduling and all that.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. What else? Anything else?
What else do you want to know?
I think, let me think. I was going to do this concept where we have just like a bowl of like little papers and they'll have like a topic on there. And we'll just
Oh,
pick it
yeah.
out
That's cool.
But I guess I'll do it next time.
I did that with one of my clients. She didn't know what she wanted. And those flashcards? She was like, just give me options. She gave me like the background of her hair, the hair history, everything. And I was like, I really want to do copper on this girl, but I also don't know if she's like, down for neutral brown. Like, so I gave her options and like, I recorded it. I haven't finished doing the TikTok I've been needing to do, but we actually recorded this and she like, chose like which flashcard, like left or right. And we ended up doing like a beautiful copper, like kind of like what I like my signature style. And she's like, yeah, like, like doing like flashcards might be easier for people that are unsure, of doing like what do I want to know? Like, what do I... But now I'm just like, I'm glad that she chose exactly what I was like having in mind,
Has anyone ever came into to you for like just kind of do whatever?
Oh yeah. Like now my regulars, they literally sit down and just go with the vibe. They're like, do whatever you want. I have one client, her name is Gladys. Shout out to her. She actually, we started doing her blonde. She had super long hair, and then she's like, just do whatever you want. And I was like, you want to cut it? She's like, cut it wherever you want. Like, literally all the like, toda la confianza del mundo. I'm like, okay, girl, I want to do this. But...
I think I'm that type of client. I'm just do whatever.
Do whatever?
Do whatever you want.
I like what you have going on with your hair.
It was great at one point.
Okay.
I told you this.
Yeah.
Silver. But one night I got really fucked up. And then the next day I was dying. So I took like a really long hot shower.
Yeah. Oh no.
And then like I came out the shower.
Those violent crudas.
Yeah, and I was like literally just sitting in the shower like contemplating life.
Like
I
rocking back and forth.
Literally.
Been there.
And then I came out the shower and like my hair, the silver like just.
Oh, the silver.
Fading.
Oh no.
And then it was blonde. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna vibe with it.
The vibe is cool. I like it, and it's blended. It's nice.
I'm going for like a dark burnt orange next.
Oh yeah, that's the color of the season.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just always been open to whatever.
Yeah.
No sé si es to get
it's like really cool. Like whenever my like people sit down and they're like, just Jesus take the wheel. I'm like, oh, bless it. I love to do that. I think that's like whenever my work comes out like beautifully.
Awesome. Well, this has been a very interesting conversation.
Oh yeah.
Where can people find you?
On social media, on Instagram. I'm actually today, I'm meeting with one of my friends. He's actually a graphic designer. And we're about to develop like my website and stuff like that. So I have my link right now, my schedule link on my Instagram, and that's the handle that I go with. Glam by Diana V. But yeah, that's where I communicate with everyone and like let people know like, hey, I'm gonna be out of town, or hey guys, like this is what's going on. Like that's where.
And you're in Sherwood.
I'm in Sherwood. I'm at Bella Salon in Sherwood. Sherwood. I'm at the new location. It's really nice.
Yeah, for sure. Well, if anybody wants to check her out, swing by.
Period.
And yeah, that's it.
Thank you.